Hello my guys, welcome to another episode of the Microwave Kicks. At Chelsea expecting a new goalkeeper. We'll get to find out on this episode. Also, have you heard about the figures in Cristiano Ronaldo's new contract? Wow, see, this is mouth-watering. If you think Ronaldo will be retiring very soon, I think you need to you need to change that thought. And we'll also be talking about Ashipong. We'll be talking about Enzo and all of that. So let's get into it as quick as possible. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Very, very important, so you don't miss updates like this. So let's start with the Acheampong story. George Acheampong is not for sale and is part of the plans for years to come, according to Jacobs. My previous video yesterday, I did a video concerning the match against Experience of Tunisia, and I spoke about like 5-6 players. I spoke about Josh Ashipong, very good player, and one thing I like about him is that he's developing very fast, and that alone is a sign that the future is actually bright for him. He's a young promising talent who, anytime he's given the opportunity to play, he shows what he's worth. He shows something. He shows that he's ready to take his opportunity, and take the bull by the horn and play so well. And at the end of the day, if he's opportune, he might be a starter. Now, Chelsea have also been found with this whole issue of Fofana being injured and all of that. One thing Maestro actually likes about Fofana is his ball carries, how intelligent he is on the ball, how he run into space and everything, and carries the ball into space, and sometimes play like he's playing like a fullback, and sometimes cuts in. And see, Ashipong has these qualities. Now he just has to be developed. That's what I think. This is a player, before he signed that contract with Chelsea a few months ago, clubs like Real Madrid, PSG, Barcelona were all over him. So you should know that he has something very, very special in him. And if that particular talent is actually developed and given time to play, if you tell me Tariq George is ready, to me I feel Ashipong is also ready to be to play a big part of the season. He might not be a starter yet, he's too young, but I think he should be given time, and he's going to prove and he's going to do well. So let's not dwell too much on that. Let's move to the next story. Let's talk about Enzo Fernandez. I spoke about him also in my previous video. Let's just touch about him before we move to the next story. We're doing this quickly, as quick as possible. Now, he needs more respect to his name. It's not a bad thing. He has added goals to his game. He is still getting assists as well. The positive far outweighs the negative, and that's what most of the things I spoke about yesterday. What Enzo Fernandez is doing is what is expected of him in Chelsea. One thing I like about him is that he has shown leadership quality. Yes, his price tag may be too much, 120 million. Yes, I understand that for a fact. But on the long run, his negatives, or rather his positive, outweighs his negative. Yes, you might say part of his negative is the fact that he's been beaten past. He's not that kind of good tackler or great tackler like Caicedo. But what he does on the pitch, how he sees the pitch, how he spread passes, how he makes sure he's in the game, how he detects play, how he starts the game most of the time, how he drops deep to support the midfield, the defense, and how he pushes forward to support the attack. He gets goals, he gets assists, and adding those goals and assists to his game is very, very important right now, because as a midfielder, you're not only judged by how good your passes are. Most of the time, or majority of the time, you are judged by your output, and that is what the likes of Frank Lampard, the likes of Andre Iniesta, Xavi, and the rest are being judged on. And you could see the likes of even Modric. He's judged on those things that he brings to the game, and that is what Enzo Fernandez is trying to build into his game. How he crashes the box and get goals and gets assists. Fantastic player for me. He's doing what is expected of him. Right now, his price tag is not being talked about. Same thing as Caicedo, because of how their performance is. And kudos to Maresca for that, because with Maresca, you could see that he has added a lot more into his game than how he was previously when he first came to Chelsea. He's not a bad player. He has never been a bad player, but We just needed more output. We just needed more of the effects. He actually affects the game, and that is what he's doing right now. So kudos to Enzo Fernandez. Yes, he might not be the player that is too fast. Andre Iniesta was never fast. Xavi was never very fast. You know, he was never fast at all. Sir. You know, the likes of Toni Kroos was never fast. Modric are never fast. But how they affect the game was out of this world. The likes of Zidane was never fast, but how they affect the game, what they bring to the game, the outputs they bring to the game, the goals and assists they bring to the game is what actually puts them apart. So I like what Enzo is doing, the leadership qualities brings to his game, how he wants to get involved in the game. Kudos to him. The sky can only be his limit, and trust me, next season I'm sure Santos is going to learn a lot from him, and Enzo is even going to improve more. So he just needs to raise his game higher, and he's going to do well. So let's move to the next story as quick as possible. Let's talk about Emi Martinez. Chelsea might be having the goalkeeper soon. So right now it's like he's moving away from Mike Mignan to Emi Martinez. Chelsea wants Emiliano Martinez as their starting goalkeeper, and Enzo Maresca has asked Willy Caballero, that's his assistant coach right now in Chelsea, has also given the go-ahead, you know, to go get Emiliano Martinez. The player wants to stay in England, so it's an option for Chelsea. Now let's break this down. All right, Emiliano Martinez, to me, or to any other person out there who really knows and understands football, can be classified as a world-class goalkeeper. Yes, I'm saying this with my full chest. He can be classified as a world-class goalkeeper. What he has seen, the very few years he has been as the #1 goalkeeper, the effects he has given his club and country can never be overemphasized. Look at what he has done for Argentina. Let's start with that. World Cup, check. Back-to-back Copa America, check. He has taken a claim as the #1 goalkeeper in the Argentine national team. Nobody can sit him presently. See, I always say this, that a goalkeeper is also as important as a striker or as a midfielder. All right? Because what they bring together, they are the last line of defense. They affect the game very, very well. And I could give you examples of clubs that their fortune has actually changed for the best after they signed a world-class goalkeeper. We could start with Liverpool. When they signed Alisson, they were dealing with Mignolet, Karius, and the rest. But when they signed Alisson in 2018, 2 years later, they won the league. Another example, let's talk about Ederson of Manchester City. When Ederson came to Manchester City, they were dealing with Bravo and the others as well. It wasn't really going too well, but you could see the change he brought to the team. You could see how he affected the team. You could see that all big teams prioritize signing world-class goalkeeper. When the fortune of Chelsea changed, Peter Cech was signed at the time, and he won so many trophies for Chelsea. Emi Martinez was third choice goalkeeper at Arsenal. Then he wanted first in football. He went to Aston Villa. But what he brought to Aston Villa changed the fortune of Aston Villa. He's a sweeper goalkeeper. He's a shot stopper. He's a leader. He's also one of the captains of the team. See, he check a whole lot of boxes. What he will bring to Chelsea before the other goalkeeper develops, trust me, he's going to bring a whole lot to the team. Trust me. I think, to me, he's even better than Mike Mignan. Let's be honest. What he has brought to the Aston Villa team, he wants to remain in England, so he's a better bet. It's an easier way to integrate. He understands the Premier League. It's an easier way. He's good with shot stopping. He's a sweeper goalkeeper. He's good with penalties. So, and he's also a leader. He checks so many boxes. And last season, he made over 28 appearances and he kept 8 clean sheets for Aston Villa. Also, he made 196 appearances already for Aston Villa and he made 59 clean sheets. So that is like 1/3 of his time there. He has won the Yashin. That's, I think, the best goalkeeper in the world at some point. He has won the Yashin. It ticks a lot of boxes for me. He also has distribution ability as well. He knows how to distribute passes. He's very good with his feet and shot stopping. So what else do you need from a goalkeeper? Yes, he's aged. Yes, he's over 30. I understand. But goalkeepers have more longevity than even outfield players, which you all know. So I think he's going to be a very good addition to Chelsea. I think he's going to be a kind of player that we could rely on, you know, at the goalpost. It's the kind of player that when you see him at the goalpost, you know for a fact. See, trust me, goalkeeper win you trophies. And look at what Mendy did when he came to Chelsea. His first season, he won the Champions League. So that is the kind of effect a goalkeeper can actually bring to the game. So trust me, Chelsea should actually go for this. This is a very, very good acquisition. If Chelsea actually, you know, buys Emiliano Martinez, he would actually perform so well. He will give the defense so much confidence. You will see its effect will be seen. It will be known like this, you know. So trust me, it will be a very good addition to the team. This is the kind of goalkeeper, you know. Yes, he has some kind of controversies when it comes to winding up opponents, but trust me, he gets into opponents' heads and they lose confidence when they see him in goal post. So I think it's a very, very good addition, you know, to the team. So let's talk about the one of the greatest player that has ever played the game, Cristiano Ronaldo, who just signed a contract at Al Nassr, and I think it's a very good one. You don't see players like this at this age, 40 years old, who sign contracts like this. Trust me, Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a player, he's a brand. What he has brought to the game, he has made so many people love the game of football. Most people actually see the side of the old age of Cristiano Ronaldo. Most people forget how he started from Sporting Lisbon, then he went to Manchester United, how he played in Manchester United, his skills, his goals, his goal scoring ability, out the box and everything. So to me, he deserves this. He has really looked after himself. He has really looked after his physique. He has really shown that, yes, you know, hard work really pays. And let's talk about the figures, because this is a whole lot. Now, let's take a look at the figures for Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo will be earning 178 million pounds per year. Wow. He will earn 3.4 million per week. He will have 15% ownership. So it's not just about his playing ability. It is what the brand he brings to Saudi Arabia. If not for Cristiano Ronaldo, the Saudi Arabian league will not be this visible. If not for Cristiano Ronaldo, the likes of the players that are going over to Saudi right now would not be going there, because he brought so much visibility to that country. He brought so much visibility to the game. He has attracted the best of the best players in Europe down to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia are not just having over 30s now. Saudi Arabia are even having 17-year-old, 18-year-old from Europe and South America who are coming to the league to play. So the exposure alone he has brought to that league is massive. So it's not just about what his goals and assists and whatever and the trophies. No, the brand and what he brings to the game and what he brings to Saudi Arabia, the exposure. You know, Saudi Arabia are going to host the World Cup very soon, so they need a player like that to still remain in that league. And he will have 15% ownership. I think that is similar to what Messi has already at Inter Miami. And he will be having 24 million. Wow. The 15% is worth 33 million pounds. Then he will be having 24.5 million signing on bonus. Wow. Increasing to like 38 million if he activates the second year. 80,000 pounds per goal. Hey, God have mercy. Increases to 20%. Increases by 20% in the second year. 40,000 bonus per assist. Increase double, like increased by 20% in the second year. That's if he makes an assist. Wow. 8 million pounds bonus if Al Nassr wins the league. 4 million bonus if he wins the Saudi Pro League Golden Boot. 6.5 million pounds bonus if Al Nassr qualifies for the Champions League and wins it. and 4 million worth of private jet expenses covered by Al Nassr. Oh my God. 60 million worth of sponsorship deals, all will be done by Al Nassr, and 16 staffs working for him, all will be paid by Al Nassr. He's literally part of the owner of the club as it stands right now, and what he has brought to the game, trust me, he deserves this. This is just mouth-watering. Kudos to Cristiano Ronaldo for making us love the game of football. Kudos to Cristiano Ronaldo for putting up all he has done for the world of football in the last 20 years. So it is massive. Congratulations to him. Well, tell me what you think about Cristiano Ronaldo, Ashipong, Enzo Fernandez, and Emi Martinez. Everything I've spoken about here today. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell until I come your way again next time. I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool.